Hey everyone, it's Cardboard Collector coming to you with another video review. And this time we're going to be doing it on the Mezco 112 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Deluxe box set. I'm a huge fan of Power Rangers. I've been in love with Power Rangers since I was little. I've come from the original era of Power Rangers, from the very first ones all the way up. I was 4 or 5 when they came out, so I grew up with them. So this is a big treat for me. And it's also one of my first Mezco reviews. I collect a lot of Mezcos, as you've seen in some of my comparisons, but haven't had a review yet to do on them. So I figured I'd go ahead and break the ice with my Mezco reviews with these Power Rangers. Figured why not. So we're gonna go ahead and get started into it because there is a lot to go through. There's 5 figures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one for the male body and one for the female body, because it's going to be the same articulations and everything, as far as each of those. And then we have a lot of accessories and some comparisons to go through, so let's go ahead and jump in. So as you can see, beautiful set. I only have one nitpick, one gripe as far as the look and aesthetics go, and that is with the belts here. As you can see, the belts are all, let me pull the Red Ranger up here, all silver. Not all silver, but like right here is silver on the sides, and it's supposed to be black. And that's 100% for sure. I remember that being black and everything else. In pictures you see, I mean, just for, I'll use him. I was going to use him for comparison later, but like with the Lightning Collection here, you can remastered. You can see that the belt is black, that buckler right there, where the Morpher goes into, it's supposed to be black, and that's in everything. So why Mezco chose not to do it in black, I don't know. Because I mean, they got everything down to the black stripes and the belts and everything like that, the outlines. So I'm not sure really why they decided just to go off with that, but oh well. Yeah, I think, and I don't have it for comparison. I gotta get my Green Ranger because unfortunately he's not gonna be in the review. I sold mine, and after I got the set, it made me have buyer's remorse, so I bought another one, and it ain't here yet. But his is actually, and I'll put a picture in here. But his is actually got the black on the buckle. So, anyways, all right, let's move in. Let's go ahead and dive into the articulation, because we're already a little bit in here. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball peg, and the neck's on a severed joint, so you can look down that far, look up that far. You can get that side to side. Arm, you can arms. You got your shoulder up here, shoulder movement. It doesn't feel like there's a butterfly joint. I could be wrong. Maybe just really stiff. It doesn't feel like there's one. You do have the bicep swivel here, double jointed elbow, so gotta love that. Ball peg at the wrist, so you can have a hinge, and you can 360 at the wrist here. 360 at the top of the glove here. Ab crunch goes down about that far, not really far. Goes back pretty good ways. Leg joint goes up about that far. Goes back about that far. And there's double jointed at the knee. Ankle pivot right here. And it can go up and down. And then you have the top of the boot cut here. And then just for arms, you can get the T-pose. I think if you pushed a little bit, and I don't want to push too much, I don't want to break mine. You do get a T-pose. You might get a Y-pose out of it. I mean, the suit is very well made, and it does move and doesn't really hinder a lot to it. It is good. And that's the male body. So we're going to go to the Yellow Ranger here for the female body. So what they did different with this female body, that I've noticed that they, I got a few different female Mezco figures, but I don't remember any of them having this, but there's a soft, like, rubber body underneath it, as far as the legs and the abdomen and chest and everything go. It's like a soft rubber body, so it really helps fill out the costume, and and it generally looks and feels good. But now, same articulation as far as ball joint in the neck. You can actually get a Y pose. I mean, or past the Y pose. You can get a really heck of Y pose with the female body. I don't know if it's just the way the suit's made or what, or where they did the new articulation with the female body, but you can actually get a lot more out of it than the male body. It feels like. Now the legs is where I noticed a little bit of difference because there is that soft rubber material, whatever's under it. So it feels like it wants to push back down. It almost feels like the 1989 Batman, that rubber feel that they use with the costume, but it's not bad. Double jointed elbows. Same thing with the wrist, with the 360 and the swivel. Double joint at the knees. Top of the boot, side to side with the ankles and back and forth. So, like I said, same as the male body, except for the leg. I don't feel like you get as much out of it for some of it, but you do get more arm, being able to hit the Y pose and stuff like that. So. Overall, good articulation for Power Rangers. They need to have some good articulation for their pose and stuff. So we got a lot of accessories here. So let's kind of just dive into it. So I already opened these. I should have kept the hands in the tray because there's so many hands for these guys, man. Like, there's just so many hands, different hands for each one because of their poses in the show and the different things that different poses they have and moves and stuff. So what I'm going to do is right here on the screen, I'm going to show each of them. The Mezco picture with the different hands that they come with, just to help diversify each Ranger here, just because there's so many hands and it's just so much to go through. I feel like that's just the best. It's the best way to do it. Okay, so going through that. All right, so after those, let's move. So there's the hands. Those were all the hands. Let's move into the heads. So each Ranger comes with their civilian head sculpt. As you can see here is the Red Ranger, is Jason. Here is the Blue Ranger, Billy. And he did not come with his glasses. They went with the look he had in the show without the glasses, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. I mean, the original Rangers, like in the first season, I know he wore his glasses a lot, but I mean, it's not a deal breaker for me, honestly. Zach. And I think all these look really good. Here is the Pink Ranger, Kimberly. And then the, last but not least, the Yellow Ranger, Trini. Like I said, I think Mezco did a good job in all the head sculpts there. I don't think they look bad. Let's get into the weapons. So for the weapons, we have, here is the Red Ranger, and this is the sword holding, gripping hand that comes with the Red Ranger for his power sword. I just left it on there because I was doing some photo stuff with him. And then here is the a clear translucent red version of that. It's like when he uses it to power. It's like when he powered up his power sword to throw it at Tommy when they were trying to defeat the Green Ranger, bring him back to the good side. So that's kind of indicative of what he did there with that. Like it's like the sword powering up. Here's the Pink Ranger's bow, and I think they did a really good job on these. These look really good. And as you can see, the bow actually has a pull string to it, an actual flexible string, and that looks really good. And here is, it comes with 3 arrows, and here is the arrows, one of the arrows here. The Black Ranger's Mastodon's Power Axe. I have his hand on there. I'm going to remove his hand because you can convert it into the blaster part there. And the sword does fit into there kind of, but I'm not going to do it because these aren't made to put together. So I'm not gonna do that. They're not made for that, so we don't want to break them or mess them up. Blue Ranger has probably got the most stuff here. So he's got these bigger size of the power lances. And then these come with this little teeny tiny connector piece, and you could put it in between them to connect the power lances. And let me tell you, that thing is a pain in the butt. Not only to try to really get it in there, but to remove. You feel like you're going to break it. And I think they should have probably done a different material. It's a plastic, just like everything else. I think that's probably where they should have done something a little bit more sturdy, maybe a metal, something to help kind of just go better, pulling apart and putting them together. Here's a smaller scaled down version of the power lances that you can use as like a dagger lances kind of thing. He also alternatively comes with this gun right here, which was used in one of the episodes, and it has an effect piece I'll show you right here now since I showed the gun, that blows just like a foam disbursement. It's like a foam gun, so that's pretty cool. You just plug it into the end of the barrel. And then last here for the weapons is Trini. And I got her daggers. Never knew until I got these figured that there's dagger right there, bent right there, and that's what they're supposed to be. That's where they are, and I didn't even realize that. Been watching Power Rangers for years, did not even notice what it looked like up close. So moving on with other weapons, I'm gonna take Jason here. As you can see, there's a power blaster on each of their belts. The holster is removable if you have the Green Ranger. You kind of know the deal how Mezco does it. Put you back down right here. They have it where it's removable, and the gun is the same. I believe as the Green Rangers. There's nothing different as far as you pull it down, push it forward there, and get it into the blaster mode. And then when it's pulled back like this, you do have the little piece. I'm gonna put it in right here for the blade for the blaster dagger mode. It's a teeny tiny little piece, so you don't want to lose it. But that's what it looks like there. And it too, there we go. Sometimes you have, and some of these pieces fit in so well, sometimes they just kind of have get a little stuckish in there. Not bad, but enough to where you just need to be careful as you're doing it. Put Jason back there. Let's see. You get the slingshot here. You get 3 of those. And then last but not least, as far as the weapons go, here is the combined weapon mode for the cannon, or the power blaster here. It's for the final kill shot on the enemies, and it's got plug holes on each of them because with that, and this is where we're going to get some of the other effect pieces here. With that, you have the variety of the different colors for the blaster here. And there we go. And they all plug into the end of the blaster with these pegs. And you got all the different Power Ranger colors, and that's for that final blast on the monster they're fighting. So that's cool. You have these 2 electric looking pieces that go on Billy's power lance, like the longer version of it. Billy comes with a lot more stuff, it feels like, than some of the other ones, but you know. Alright, and then here is a little teeny tiny red piece here that goes into the end of the blaster. It's like when you shoot the blaster in gun mode. And then you have these other 2 different size effect pieces here. They're just like red blaster looking fire, and I think that can go into the end of like the power axe for the blaster mode and stuff like that. And you get 2 of each of those: the long one, the middle size, and the little like blaster for the pistol mode. You get 2 of each of those. So I think that is all. Nope, I'm sorry. I can't believe I forgot this. You come with 2 dragon shields. One for the Red Ranger, one for the Black Ranger. Of course, you can put them on. You can put them on anybody, and it comes with the armbands also. And you come with 2 of those. They did not make one for the female Rangers, which I think is kind of a miss. I think that would have been cool to have, like, you know, the Pink Ranger wearing the Dragon Ranger armor. it just kind of makes the Dragon Ranger. I'm going into Super Sentai. The Green Ranger's armor, excuse me. So I think that was kind of a miss on their part, not having a female version. But I get why. I mean, they didn't do it in the show, so I kind of get it why Mezco did it that way. I don't remember Kimberly wearing his Dragon Shield that I can think of, but I know for sure that Jason wore it when the Green Ranger lost his powers. That was the way to that was his battle mode. And then the Black Ranger did wear the Dragon Shield in an episode. So I get why they only included it for those two. So I do understand that. Okay, so I think that's all the accessories. Like I said, a lot of accessories. So with that out of the way, let's move into size comparisons. Let's move to comparisons. I think, and I think the first comparison everybody's here for that we want to see is how did these guys stack up versus, move the camera down just a little bit, versus the only other really suitable Power Ranger line that we have or had, and that is the Lightning Collection here. Let me see if I can get them to stay in a little bit. There's quite a few of them here. Try to get them all in the frame the best I can. Yep. I see what you did there. I'm going to try to get all of them in here for that comparison here. And as you can see, the Lightning Collection are much shorter than the Mezco figures here. Very, very, very shorter. Very much shorter than those. Which is, to be expected. Like I said, Mezco usually just, I've said it before, when I put a Mezco figure in, Mezco figures do run a little bigger. And not all the time, but most of the time they do. They don't scale as good with some of the other figures. But there's that comparison, as you can see with all those here. So let's get all these out of the way. Oh, here we go. Okay. Now some other comparisons here, because I'm sure you want to see it. Here they are with the Lightning Collection Goldar. And I don't feel like that's a good comparison. Goldar is supposed to be bigger than the Power Rangers. So this one is shorter than the Power Rangers. So I don't think that's a good comparison. I don't have him, but I feel like the Super 7 Goldar would probably fit in a little bit better right there. As far as like if you want to scale them with your figures, I feel like probably the Super 7 Goldar would be a little bit better with these. And then here is another, and I think these are better. I think if you have the monsters, you are in better shape. I think the monsters scale a little bit better. Now this is the only one I have is the Piranha Head. And as you can see, he scales in really nice with these. I think the monsters from the Lightning Collection line, as far as the MMPR monsters, they will work. I think that they'll work good. Now, as far as Zed and Rita, unfortunately, I don't have those anymore. I sold most of my Lightning Collection line. I kept just the main Power Rangers and Goldar and some of the monsters. So I don't have anything else as far as that I'm comparing to. Here is I don't have my Green Ranger yet, like I said, but here's a third-party Green Ranger of the Bat in the Sun costume. And he looks pretty good with those. So I can only imagine what the Mezco Green Ranger is going to look like beside those. I know that from some of the shots that I've seen, that the Mezco Green Ranger seems to be a little out of proportion. I think the male bodies on these are a little bit slender. I think they're a little bit of a different sculpt than what the original Green Ranger has. I think the White Ranger, I don't have the White Ranger, but I think he does fit in better as far as that goes with the with these Rangers, which is a shame because the Green Ranger is really the one that's supposed to be with them. He is the Super Sentai 6 Ranger that goes with these other Rangers. The White Ranger one, I know this is a whole nother. I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to get off beaten path here, but that's a whole nother story for another time. But I mean, I'm sure most people know that White Ranger was from the next season of Super Sentai, not these. But oh well. Anyways, But he does scale a little bit. He does look a little bit better with these as far as the proportion. Not that the Green Ranger is way out of proportion. I think he may be a little bit taller, not by much. As far as I don't think. I think the mostly is with the slenderness of these Rangers versus that Green Ranger. And hopefully it'll be in here tomorrow, and I can have some pictures of him with these Rangers so you can see the differences. Anyway, so this video is gone for a lot longer than I expected, but like there is 5 figures. There's a lot to go through, so you know it was to be expected to be a little longer. But as far as these figures go, I think they're great figures. I mean, yes, they're pricey. You're talking $400 or maybe a little less, depending on where you get it at for the set. But I mean that's 5 Rangers. That's effectively, you know, there's 5 Rangers, so you're paying a little less than $100 a piece in that regard. So you are getting 5 figures out of that 400. But you know, compared, you know, and it's, you know, it's compared to, like, you know, when they did the Ghostbusters, you had 4 Ghostbusters for 300. So I mean, it's kind of in that line. So I don't think it's as bad as people made out. But I mean, these are selling out. I think I got mine off Amazon. Yeah, I did get mine off Amazon. I mean, and I think they're great figures. But I'm a huge Power Ranger fan, so that, in my own retrospect, was worth it for me. You know, if you're a Mezco fan, if you're a Power Rangers fan, if you're both, these are for you. I believe that wholeheartedly. They're great figures, great articulation. The new female bodies are spectacular. Everything about these, I can't sing their praise enough. I love this set. Anyways, so in saying that, like I said, the only gripe I had was just with the Morpher, with the buckler belt parts that should be black. I might try to paint those at some point. I hate to try that because I don't want to mess these up. They look so good, but, and you know, there's a lot of white there, and that's a lot of black, and you know, sometimes things sometimes things just don't work out. Not for old bumble fingers here. So, anyways, so in saying all that, I hope you found I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. Even if you didn't enjoy it, I hope you found it, like I said, informative, informational. Hope it was, you know, good to see, just so you, in case you were on the fence about them. If you did like the video, please, or if you did enjoy my video, please give a like, comment, subscribe to my channel for more content. I will be pumping out more Mezco stuff. Also, I'm trying to be diverse with the channel. I'm trying to show everything that I collect, and I collect everything from Mezco, Mafex, Figure Arts, Marvel Legends, Transformers, which I don't know if I'm brave enough to show those on camera yet, because transforming is going to be on camera would be a pain for me. But we might get there one day. You never know. But I collect all kinds of Jada toys. I collect so many different stuff that it's just nice to come on here and share everything that I like to collect and give my opinions on everything. But there will be a lot more Mezcos to come. I do have other Mezcos and some older ones, and you know, and we'll go down the road with them for more of those. But anyways, hope y'all are having a great day, night, wherever you're at, and I hope that you're safe, and I hope that your collecting will always be fruitful. Later, guys. Hey everyone, I have a little insert here. I forgot when I was going over the items that each of them come with the collective base that I put in the pictures when I put the pictures with the gloves and stuff up there. I completely forgot that because I never use the Mezco bases whatsoever. I don't care for them. So I left them in the box, so I didn't even think about it when I was doing the review. But they do come with the bases also, and each of them has their emblem for what dinosaur they have. So just a little insert here. Sorry about that, guys.